Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT! We're just under 2 weeks away from NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Welcome aboard to the White and Gold brand, folks, where we come to you live tonight from Chicago, Illinois. This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode episode 206. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions, and welcome to NXT. Let's waste no further time and get right into the action, folks. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. And tonight we're kicking it off with a number one contenders match for the NXT North American Championship, where the winner of this match will go on to Vengeance Day to challenge Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American title. And coming in first, that is the Harbinger of Doom, accompanied to the ring by the ominous Scarlet. It is Karrion Kross. It's going to be an interesting matchup to say the least, folks. I'd be very intrigued to see what would happen if Dirty Dom and Karrion Kross were to step into the same ring one-on-one. But Kross first has to earn the opportunity at the North American Championship first before he goes on to Vengeance Day to challenge for the gold. As there you see Scarlet coming out to the ring with Kross. This duo is absolutely so damn creepy. There you see them walking to the ring with not so much of Karrion Kross this series. He's scored one victory under his belt here against Apollo Crews in the Universe Mode series, but every other matchup he's been in, he has lost, but he has lost to some great talent, the likes of Damian Priest and Keith Lee, just to name a couple. Of course, Keith Lee, the inaugural NXT champion. Let's see if Kross can get back to winning ways tonight. Look at this. And the aura on this man is absolutely unreal. As we welcome you to NXT live from Chicago, this rowdy crowd is ready for some great action here on the White and Gold brand, and they're going to get exactly that, because Karrion Kross is out here to kickstart this show, beating his chest like he is King Kong himself. As there you see him and Scarlet in the ring, ready to do this thing. North American title number one contendership matchup set to start off this edition of NXT, folks. Karrion Kross awaiting his opponent, or should I say, awaiting his victim here in this contest tonight on NXT episode 206 of this Universe Mode series. Kross is in. Let's see who he's facing, and it is none other than the original bro himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an interesting battle. Here comes Matt Riddle. Here he is then, Matt Riddle. We have not saw him in some time here in this series. It has been a while. I believe the last time we saw him was TakeOver Great American Bash. Been a very long time. He's been out hurt ever since that event. But he is back tonight, ready for action and ready to see if he can go for the North American Championship and challenge Dirty Dom at TakeOver Vengeance Day. 1 week from next weekend. One of the days next weekend, probably next Sunday, you will see Vengeance Day. Next Monday, most likely, you will see Survivor Series because of the tight schedule. And of course, in real life, Money in the Bank is on that Saturday. I don't want to overlap with that one, but here we go. Karrion Kross, Matt Riddle, one-on-one here tonight. Dirty Dom, you got to imagine, looking on very closely to see who he will face for the North American title at Vengeance Day. But here we go, folks. Matchup underway. Rod Zapata ringing the bell. And a colorable tap to kick us off. Riddle, nice kick to the midsection of Kross. Big smack to that face, and now Kross gonna fire right back, and down goes Riddle. Big clothesline beautifully done by the Harbinger of Doom, and now Karrion Kross off the ropes and clothesline in the back of the head. On the back of Riddle, face first to the mat, sending the original bro now, picking him up. Look at the straight to Kross. Devastating powerbomb right down to the mat. Here's the cover now, shoulders down on Riddle, only a one. And a kick out by the bro. Karrion Kross stomping away on Riddle here in this contest to kick us off on NXT. Who is going to challenge Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the North American title? Dom's been a great North American champion. Whether you love him or whether you hate him, you can't deny his ability as a champion. And look at that for Riddle. Incredible offense from the original Bro here. Sliding in with a forearm in the corner to a seated cross. And now springboarding in. Beautiful forearm attack by Riddle. Here's the cover now. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, center of the ring. They're going to Vengeance Day. Kick out by Karrion Kross. Very close call there. And a Riddle, beautiful forearm strike, missing that kick. Big smack knife edge chop once again by Riddle. Once again, look at these strikes by the original Bro, but now it's Karrion Kross. Going behind, got the leg now. Big kick right at the calf of Riddle. Right at the thigh, rather. Now clothesline sends him to the outside of the ring. Karrion Kross waiting the wings now. Look at this. Oh, beautifully done by Karrion Kross. Nice. Double axe handle off the apron to the outside on Riddle. Now going to send him back into the ring. Karrion Kross, not often do we see him go up there. High Rent District, will it pay off for Kross? Missing the market, will not pay off. And Matt Riddle now running in with a backstabber. In for the cover now. To go to Vengeance Day. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, only enough for a one. Kick out by Kross once again. And now Riddle looking to fly in. Missing that springboard forearm attack. It's Scarlett, you see there. Getting up on the apron and removing that turnbuckle pad. And now it's Karrion Kross. Irish Whip going to send Riddle into the opposite corner now. And now, this is Karrion Kross's plan. Irish Whip sent into that turnbuckle. The exposed pad. The exposed steel. That's Scarlett implemented just moments ago. Smart strategy. Karrion Kross really trying to soften up Riddle here as you see the referee of NXT, Rod Zapata, fixing that turnbuckle pad. Riddle for a second time of that springboard forearm. Beautiful connection there by the original Bro now. As he goes after the leg across, trying to ground the bigger man in this contest. In this #1 contendership matchup for the North American title. Look at that from Riddle. Big flipping neck breaker to a seated Kross. And now got him where he wants him. No Kross though. Big kick to the half now of Riddle. Picks him up and Kross. Side-on suplex. With the authority. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. To go to Vengeance Day. Scoring 2 and a kick out by Matt Riddle. Very good call there. Very close call. Here live on NXT. As a shot at the North American title is up for grabs tonight. Dirty Dom going to have his work cut out from whoever he challenges. Whoever challenges him, rather, for the championship at Vengeance Day next weekend. As Karrion Kross looks to be on the verge of doing so. Looks to be on the verge of winning it, but Riddle fighting right back though. Riddle back to a vertical base and a big running forearm on Karrion Kross from out of nowhere. Now out of the corner. Riddle, beautiful forearm from out of the corner. Incredible scenes by the original Bro. Matt Riddle now with a senton to the back of Karrion Kross. And a second one finds its mark. Matt Riddle now headed up to the top rope. Kross could be dead to rights right here. Matt Riddle now floating, Bro. This could do it. Riddle to go to Vengeance Day to become the #1 contender for the North American title. Storming 2 and Karrion Kross stays in it. Kross staying alive. Out of floating, Bro there. Very close call. Very great contest tonight as once again Rod Zapata fixing that turnbuckle pad that Scarlett has again taken out. My lord, and look at that big forearm from Karrion Kross. Uh-oh, kick to the midsection. Kross got him where he wants some. Look at the strength here at Kross. He calls, that's the final player. And now here's the cover. Karrion Kross to go to Vengeance Day. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out again by the original Bro. It's not over yet. Here live in Chicago, Illinois. Unreal. Kross cannot believe it. He's on the middle rope now. Riddle trying to catch a breather and sit out in the corner. Kross not going to let him do that. And look at this, choking him out in the corner here. God damn, I'm feeling this choke. I'm starting to cough. Just watching Karrion Kross do this to Matt Riddle as though you saw Rod Zapata. Warning Kross. Telling him to get away there. Big knee middle rope missing. Moving up the way there was Riddle. And now Riddle shoulders down here. A steal one. Matt Riddle to become #1 contender and a kick out again by Kross. My lord, and now it's Karrion Kross rolling to the outside. Riddle looking to fly with a tope. Kross body to the outside. Riddle using his strength. Doing his thing here. And now watch Riddle got in mind here. Looking to fly out again. Connecting this time. Slingshot forearm to the outside by Matt Riddle. This could be the moment for Riddle to capitalise here. But look at Scarlett. Scarlett paying distraction here. paying dividends towards Karrion Kross, distracting the original brawl, and it could allow Karrion Kross to take advantage. Riddle's been hypnotised almost by Scarlett, and I don't blame him. But Karrion Kross kicking him on the outside and looking to maybe win this one by count out and go on a Vengeance Day to challenge Dirty Dom for the North American title. Don't forget, Dirty Dom has defeated the likes of Cesaro, Wesley, R-Truth, Dragon Lee, and most recently Dijak with the North American title on the line. One of these men will join that list of challengers for the North American title come Vengeance Day. Will they be able to top Dirty Dom? We will find out. Kross almost able to get the win there over Riddle with that big time knee strike. But Matt Riddle fighting back, staying alive in this one and getting to his feet now. Big time running forearm, picking up Karrion Kross now. This could be the moment. Riddle now. Bro Derek. The Bro Derek connecting. And for the cover, like his hook shoulders down. Beautiful pinning predicament. Scoring two and a kick out by Karrion Kross again. You have got to be kidding me. Now look at Riddle. Staying right back on the offensive now. Keeping his foot right on the gas pedal. Oh, Arabian Press moonsault done it once. Didn't get it the second time of asking. And now Karrion Kross. Beautiful right hand. And a submission now. Cross jacket. Cross jacket submission. That's could be all over. To have a date with Dirty Dom at Vengeance Day for the North American title. As Karrion Kross got this one in the bag here. Riddle's in trouble. Doesn't know where he is. Center of the ring. Rod's a paddle right there to see if Riddle taps out. And if he does, Karrion Kross will win it and will challenge Dirty Dom at Vengeance Day for the North American title. Got that cross jacket cinched in tight. Riddle in disbelief. He is in big trouble. Gonna dig down deep and fight back, and that's exactly what he will do. Matt Riddle and a Wakanda. Shades of his hero. Living legend Randy Orton. Big time RKO's maneuver there and a kick out by Kross. Riddle very close to getting the victory tonight. An incredibly close call. A great contest to kick us off on NXT. And Matt Riddle now flying all over the ring here in Chicago. But once again it's Scarlett paying dividends for Kross once more. Distracting Matt Riddle. And the official counts Kross out. Kross is on the outside of the ring though. Will he be able to get up in time? Because Scarlett is still distracting Matt Riddle. Karrion Kross comes back in. And now Karrion Kross shoulders down a steel one to go to Vengeance Day to become the #1 contender of the North American title. And kicked out by Riddle once more. Riddle getting to his feet. Kross waiting in the wings. Big shot now. Picking him up now. Look at the strength here with Karrion Kross. And now the air. Turn by Kross. Sends Riddle down the mat. Face first. Here's the cover like his hook. Shoulders down. 2 count of do it. No, and another kick out by Riddle. What is it gonna take? Yeah, I gotta imagine Dirty Dom is loving every second of this. These two men beating the absolute brakes out of one another over the opportunity to challenge him at Vengeance Day for the gold. But if these two men are putting on this much of a clinic to try and get an opportunity at the North American title, you've got to imagine what they would put Dirty Dom through with the title on the line at Vengeance Day. Big shot for Riddle, and now this could be the moment for Riddle. Beautiful elbows right on the top of the shoulder blade, and a Bro Derek for the second time of the matchup, and for the cover now. Matt Riddle will do it. So into one cross and another kick out. You've got to be kidding me. I was certain that one was over, but now Karrion Kross inside cradle, small package, scoring a 2, kick out by Riddle. Who the hell's gonna get the shot at the North American title here? Karrion Kross, look at this, beautiful. Fisherman brainbuster with a harbinger of doom. And now Karrion Kross setting up Riddle here from the beginning to the end of the cross hammer. Big time forearm in the back of the head of Riddle. Turns him over now. That's gotta do it. Karrion Kross to get the win. 2 count. No! Riddle again staying in it. What the hell is it gonna take to put Matt Riddle down to the ground? Karrion Kross going up to the top rope. Not off and he's up there. Will it pay off? No, it won't. Once again, Karrion Kross not able to connect with a big maneuver off the top rope. And now Matt Riddle heading back into the ring. Karrion Kross is as well. Big shot, no block by Riddle this time. And now Riddle with a forearm. Riddle fighting back now, trying to get in the second gear in this contest. Beautiful pay leg kick there at the top of the head across. The Lady Raider busting them open in the process. To go on a challenge, Dirty Dom at Vengeance Day for the North American title. There's the floating bro for the second time of the match. Will this be enough? Here's the cover leg as Hook shoulders down, scoring two, and Riddle does it. Matt Riddle is the #1 contender to the NXT North American title. And there you have it, folks. Matt Riddle will challenge Dirty Dom for the North American Championship 1 week from Sunday at TakeOver Vengeance Day. That's going to be an awesome one. What a great performance for Karrion Kross tonight. Take nothing away for him, but a great contest nonetheless. Big win for the original bro, Matt Riddle, the new #1 contender for the North American title. He clearly earned that, and I'm looking forward to that contest at Vengeance Day. Dirty Dom, Matt Riddle for the North American title. It is now official, folks. My days, that'll be an awesome one. Speaking of awesome, that match up there, exactly that. Great contest to kick us off live in Chicago on NXT. But still to come tonight, and your main event, NXT champion Gunther is in action in a non-title matchup against the returning Nigerian giant Omos. Two big beefy boys battling out in your main event later on tonight. But coming up next, we'll see who will face Lyra Valkyria next week to become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's title. Io Sky and Piper Niven took it out next in the first round of the many #1 contenders NXT Women's title tournament. It comes your way next live on NXT. And here comes the genius of the Sky. Last week, Lyra Valkyria defeating Zoe Starks in the first round of a many #1 contenders tournament for the NXT Women's title. Let's see who wins this one to face her next week.
Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Here we go, folks. Who is going to face Lyra Valkyria next week in the finals of the many #1 contenders NXT Women's title tournament? We find out next. Sky and Niven duke it out next live in Chicago. We're back live on NXT as here comes Piper Niven making her way to the ring. It's going to be an interesting battle in this one. It's David versus Goliath type contest between these two women, these two warriors here on the NXT Women's Division. Lyra Valkyria going to be looking on, as well as the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. The winner of the entire tournament will face Ripley at Vengeance Day for the Women's title. The winner of this match goes on to next week to challenge Lyra Valkyria, and then whoever wins that, of course, gets the shot at Vengeance Day against Ripley. But here we go. It's Sky, it's Niven, one-on-one, David vs Goliath contest. Rods up at a ring the bell matchup underway here in this one. Live on NXT, it's Piper Niven throwing Io Sky away. Beautifully done there. Not beautiful if your name is Io Sky, however. And I'm picking up Io into a beautiful powerbomb. Now throwing her all the way around the ring just by her leg. Piper Niven looking good, showing her power game in the early going of this one. But Io Sky rolls through, trying to use her quickness to her favour. That's exactly what she will do. Io, look at that. Big show tape palm straight by Sky. Doing her thing here in a Mano Rope Hurricane Runner by the genius of the Sky now. Now to the outside of the ring. Big shot there, springboard, and drop kick off the springboard by Sky. And Io in for the cover on Niven to put this away pretty quickly here on NXT. Only enough for a one. Kick out by the big woman Piper Niven. Io Sky now picking her up, going to try and stay on her with a bigger woman. Able to get her with a big headbutt and now slamming Io's head right out of the canvas in the centre of the ring and follows it up with an elbow drop right in the heart of Sky. Irish whip going to send her around the corner. Now Piper Niven through head of steam. Uh-oh. Don't want to be there, Io. Big time cannonball by Piper. And Piper Niven is doing her thing here. Stomping away on the back of the neck of Io Sky. Now heading up to the tippy top rope. Piper Niven looking to fly now. Oh, Jesus. Big time sent on off the top. Here's the cover. Will this do it? Scoring two and a kick out by Io Sky. Somehow able to survive. The torso, the ribs, you gotta imagine. A lot have been taken out of Io Sky after that Big manoeuvre by Piper Nevin, but Io catching the boot of Piper. Able to send her down to the mat, and now Hurricane Runner by Sky. Right back on the offensive now is Io Sky. Io now grabbing the leg dragon screw, and now not done just yet. Io doing her thing here. Big stomps. Double knees right in the midsection of Evan. And for the cover now, will this do to face Lara Valkyria next week in the finals? Scoring only a 1. Kick out by Piper. And a real Sky stomping away. No. Piper and Evan running in and face first plant and Io Sky. Big time face buster up. The rope's missing the scent on there. And now it's Io Sky. Big time shot. And now Sky taking out the leg. As we're back live here in NXT. Back in fourth action tonight in this one. Piper never gonna send Io down on the mat with authority by her hair. And an elbow drop right to the chest now. Taking her up to her feet. Big kick caught. Got her there where she wants her. And now Io Sky. Into that corner now goes Piper Nevin. What's she gonna do here? Got her legs up. Oh, I've seen this before from Sky. Big Shote. And now Io looking to put Piper Nevin down to face Lara next week in the finals. There's the Spanish Fly by Io Sky. Incredible maneuver there by the genius of the Sky. Here's the cover. Leg is hook, shoulders down. I go to the finals. Only enough for a 2. Kick out by Piper Nevin. My days. And then Piper running cross body. That'll take the wind out of your sails, I'll tell you that. Overhand shot by Piper Nevin. Irish whip sends her into the corner now. And what's Nevin got in mind? Running in. Big time clothesline by Piper. And they're stomping away on the leg now. Stomp after stomp. Piper Nevin gonna pick up Io Sky. Big massive right hand. Got her electric chair right where she wants her. Face first on the mat now. Goes Io Sky. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out by Io Sky again. And now Io rolls to the outside wisely. Trying to catch a breather here, but Piper Nevin, I have a feeling she's not going to let her do that. Piper Nevin looking to fly here. Look at that agility on display from Piper Nevin. Tope cross body to the floor. Taking out Io Sky and trying to wipe out Sky's chances of becoming #1 contender for the NXT Women's title. To challenge Rhea Ripley for the Gold at Vengeance Day. Top rope goes Piper, sent down again. This time got her right in the lower back of Io. Into the cover now, leg is hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out by Io Sky again. My days. What is it going to take, ladies and gentlemen, to put this one away? Big elbow right on the knee. Now it's Io Sky. Big submission here. Koji clutch by the ropes. Saving Piper Nevin. Io not happy. Heading up to the tippy top rope. Now elbow drop to the chest by Io. Cover on Piper to go to the final. Scoring 2. Nevin kicking out. Great matchup tonight on NXT. Here this evening. Io Sky picking Piper up. Big elbow right on the top of the knee now. And now going to send her into the corner. Now is Piper Nevin. Runs right through her like a freight train. Uh-oh. This is not where Io wants to be. Big fader bomb out of the corner by Piper Nevin. To go to the finals here. Scoring 2. And Io's Justin no more. Able to get the shoulder up. And able to stay alive in this one. Unbelievable. Another running sent on by Piper Nevin. And another one. Jesus God. Piper Nevin is dismantling Io Sky. And trying to wind her here in this one, trying to injure them ribs perhaps. Scoring 2 on Io and another kick out. Io Sky incredibly resilient. And Piper Nevin is getting really ticked off. You can see her visibly frustrated here in this one. Live on the white and gold brand. Piper out of the corner with the hell she's looking for. Who didn't get all of it as Sky was trying to get to her feet. But clearly got enough to take the wind out of the sails of Sky once more. Now back to the top rope. If she keeps doing this, that could be all she wrote. For the genius of the Sky. Body splash off the top by Nevin. Scoring 2 and another near fall for Io Sky. What a matchup. As we return back on NXT. Io now, European uppercut in the corner. And she's able to get back on the attack here. The bullet train attack by Io Sky. Meteora in the corner. And now Sky heading up to the top rope. Looking to go to the finals next week against Valkyrie over the moonsault, connecting. Coverized Sky, scoring 2. Will it be enough at once? It still won't be enough. Piper Niven is still able to stay alive. Still able to kick out, and now Piper running in. Face buster, face first, goes Io. And now look at this. Able to take her down. And now Piper Niven off the snapmare. Cross body to a seated Sky. Scoring 2 for the win, and another kick out by Io again. My days, and now Piper waiting in the wings for Sky. This could be all she wrote right here. Piper Niven picking her up, went for Piper Driver. Io Sky able to dodge it. And now Sky backslide for the win of face Valkyrie next week. Kick out by Niven. As both women at a stalemate here live on NXT. Io Sky though, look at this. Big time double foot stomp to a grounded Piper Niven. You know, Io Sky Irish Whip gonna send her into the corner. Io beautiful. Big shot there and a drop kick to a seated Piper Niven in the corner. And now Io Sky up to the top rope. Piper Niven on the outside of the ring. Io Sky having second thoughts of what she wants to do here. She's gonna fly with a tope crossbody on the outside on a Piper Niven. This could be all over for Piper to go on a face Lara Valkyrie next week, ladies and gentlemen. And the finals of the #1 contenders mini tournament for the NXT Women's title to face Rhea Ripley at Vengeance Day for the gold. Io Sky now heading up for the second time of the match. There's the over the moonsault. Picture perfect in every last inch of it, and gets the win. Io Sky with a hard fought victory tonight on NXT. She will face Lara Valkyrie next week, right here live on the white and gold brand. What an awesome contest here tonight on NXT from Chicago, Illinois. Io Sky, Lara Valkyrie, what an awesome contest. That will be next week. The winner of that one next week will face Rhea Ripley at Vengeance Day for the NXT Women's Championship. As now you see Io Sky celebrating her big win, but take nothing away from Piper Niven. What a great performance she had tonight. Really stepping up to that plate against one of the all-time greats in the women's division here in NXT and in the world, Io Sky. But coming up next, folks, Santos Escobar makes his first defense of the NXT Cruiserweight Championship since winning it a number of weeks ago, as he takes on the returning Austin Aries here next live on NXT.
He's scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
There is a big story surrounding this matchup, folks, as Alicia Taylor announces the Cruiserweight title is up for grabs. But let me tell you the story behind this. All the way back at the start of the series, I want to say after WrestleMania, it was an episode of WWE Dark where in the main event of that show, Austin Aries and Santos Escobar met one-on-one, with Austin Aries getting the victory and getting an opportunity to challenge Trick Williams, who at that time was the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. He ended up losing the Trick, but he beat Escobar to earn the shot at the Cruiserweight title. Fast forward all these months later, all this year later, and Austin Aries is now challenging once again for the Cruiserweight title, but this time his opponent is the man he beat to earn his shot originally at the gold, Santos Escobar, who, let's not forget, a couple of weeks ago right here in NXT was able to defeat, knock off and surprise the world, shocking the world and upset the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov, taking the Cruiserweight title from the Tsar himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been announced that TakeOver Vengeance Day, Ilya Dragunov will get his rematch for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. He will face the winner of this contest for the Cruiserweight title at TakeOver Vengeance Day. So that is very interesting to say the least, but here comes the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, defeated Dragunov a couple of weeks ago, and looking to make his first defense of the title, representing Legado del Fantasma and the LWO. It is Santos Escobar. Going to be an awesome contest tonight, and if you're enjoying this WWE 2K24 Universe Mode series, make sure you leave a like for me, subscribe if you haven't already with that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any more of this fantastic WWE 2K24 Universe Mode. And let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, folks. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps us grow as a community, and helps this channel grow as well. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If there's anything you feel like I can improve on, please don't be shy to let me know in the comment section down below on this video. But there you see the Cruiserweight champ Santos Escobar. Can he make his first successful defense of the Cruiserweight title against a man he's already lost to previously in this series, a double Austin Aries? We find out next. The Cruiserweight title up for grabs right here live in Chicago on NXT. And here we go, folks. The crowd ready for this one, as am I. That right there, beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Cruiserweight Championship is what these men are fighting for. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 202 pounds, Austin Aries. And his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Santos Escobar.
Here we go then. Gonna be a fun one here in your penultimate contest of the evening. Cruiserweight title hanging in the balance. The first time Santos Escobar's putting that gold on the line since winning it a couple of weeks ago. Of course, Ilya Dragunov, the former champion, gonna get his rematch at Vengeance Day against whoever wins this contest. But right now, that's what they are fighting for, the Cruiserweight title. Austin Aries, Santos Escobar running it back from all the way back after WrestleMania on an episode of WWE Dark. There we go. This is going to be a fun one. Ringing the bell now as Rod Zapata Championship is now officially on the line. And Santos, beautiful knee strike, connecting on a double net. And now off the ropes, beautiful leg drop now connecting. On to Austin Aries. Cruiserweight title on the line here. Big shot by Aries. Fading right back in a bicycle boot by the challenger Aries. Escobar not too happy with that one. Now Escobar, look at that. Poison Rana dropping him on the top of his head. Scoring two with a kick out. A double. In the midst of this Cruiserweight title contest, Santos now with a drop kick. On a Austin Aries. And out of the outside of the ring goes Aries. Top rope goes Escobar, looking to fly and take him out on the floor. That's exactly what he will do. Beautiful drop kick on the outside by a member of the LWO and the current reigning and defending NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Escobar now looking to fly and take out Aries. Tope Suicida. And this is what the Cruiserweight division is all about, ladies and gentlemen. We're so close to Vengeance Day. We're also so close to Survivor Series. Make sure you tune in so you don't miss a second of the action on this series. Escobar flies and cross body off the springboard. Cover to retain the title. Scoring two and a kick out by Aries. Santos Escobar went for that big boot there. Austin Aries fading right back in a beautiful float over DDT. Went for a clothesline. Didn't get any of it. A super kick by Escobar. Finds its mark. Aries though back to his feet. Bicycle boot immediately. Clothesline and sending Escobar to the outside. And if anything you can do, I can do better mentality. Austin Aries looking to fly the top base suicide of his own. As the challenger taking the fight to the champ in this Cruiserweight title clash this evening. Austin Aries now gonna send Escobar back in. Look at this. But Santos right there though. Austin Aries getting in his own head, getting cocky. That ego getting in the way of Aries' pursuit of becoming the Cruiserweight champion perhaps. Austin Aries on the middle rope. Escobar trying to block it. And then Austin Aries with a middle rope drop kick. Beautifully done by the challenger. Here's the cover for the gold. Leg hook, shoulders down only enough for a one. Kick out by the champ Santos Escobar with a drop kick now. Right in the midsection, right in the chest. By Austin Aries. Now look at the strength here of the challenger duck wrench all over the world. Going Santos Escobar on a big time forearm now by Santos. Now what is Santos Escobar got in mind here? The Emperor of Lucha Libre heading to the middle rope and a crossbody. Running right through Austin Aries. Here's the cover now to retain the goal. Scoring 2 and a kick out. That was only a 1 in fact. Almost a 2. Just shy of 2 there. And Austin Aries running through and another floor over DDT heel and Santos Escobar. And a big boot to the moosh. And he's stomping away on Santos. Elbow drop for a good measure as well. Heading to the top is Aries for the Cruiserweight title. 450 splash. Here's the cover. Aries for the gold. Scoring 2. Escobar stays in again. My days. He almost had him, and now it's Santos running in. Hurricane run on Aries. Beautiful connection there by Santos. Sliding drop kick didn't get its mark. Austin Aries able to move out the way of that one as well. You know what's Austin Aries got in mind here? Aries, small package inside cradle. Look at the win here to steal one to get the championship. Scoring 2 and a kick out by Escobar. It wouldn't only be getting the title, it would be defeating Santos Escobar for the second time in this series. And taking the championship as well for a good measure. As now you see here the LWO chants from the crowd. Santos Escobar leading the charge. He busts open Austin Aries. Hits him with a drop kick in the corner of seated Aries. And a Mexican destroyer by the champion. Folding the challenger like an accordion. Here's the cover leg as hook shoulders down to retain the gold. Scoring only a 2. And a kick out by A-Double. The Emperor of Lucha Libre looking good in this one. We gotta stay on him though. And this championship tussle. Tippy top rope goes Escobar. Aries right there though. We cut him off, but Escobar able to cut him off. And a massive drop kick off the top by Santos. And now Santos heading to the top once more. Aries down and out. Santos Escobar. Beautiful frog splash off the top. In for the cover. Escobar for the gold. Scoring 2. And a kick out by Aries. Such a close call. Santos Escobar almost retaining there. Very close one there. But Austin Aries. Oh, big kick right in the top of the head. Creating separation. Playing possum. And now Aries trying to smack there. Big kick right to that leg now. Got him in the hammy, and now look at this. Clapping the hand between the ear, and that's the move. He used to beat Escobar the first time. Last chance to resubmission by Austin Aries. Got Escobar down and out. Title on the line. And Escobar very quickly, it seems, getting out of that one. Santos Escobar. Very quickly, big shot there by Santos. Irish Whip gonna send him into the corner. Escobar now running out. Big time shot by Santos. And Santos Escobar, what's he looking for now? I've seen him do this plenty of times here in this series. Gonna drop Aries. Oh, God! Torso forced on the top rope, and now Santos went for the leg drop. Aries though, moving out the way is the crowd chant. This is awesome, and indeed it is. Here in your penultimate contest of the evening, with a cruiserweight title on the line. Big shot from Austin Aries. And look at this, Austin Aries showboating, showing off his strength. But look at this, Santos, schoolboy, scores 2. Aries kicking out again. Aries getting a little bit too in his head, too overconfident. Big clothesline from Santos. Second one finds his mark, and a third one as well. Aries now trying to retreat over to the corner. And it was Santos with a double knee in the corner. And it was Escobar. Shoulders down. That's the move he used to win the title. Scoring 2 of the victory roll. A kick out. Not getting the victory just yet. Escobar heading to the top rope. Looking perhaps for another frog splash. Can he get it? No, this time just a body splash. Covered up with Escobar to get the win here to retain the title. Scoring 2 and another kick out by Austin Aries. Great contest tonight. Trying to grab him. Big knee there by Aries. And now what's Austin Aries got in mind now? Picking up Santos. And a brain buster by the challenger. Here's the cover for the gold here. Scoring 2. Austin Aries so close. Almost beating Escobar for a second time. And almost taking the cruiserweight title in the process. Austin Aries now middle rope. Escobar down and out, an elbow drop to the lower back of Santos, who was trying to get to his feet there, and who's stomping away in the legs now. Oh, but a big kick to the leg by Santos Escobar. Escobar runs in, and there's Santos. Phantom driver on Aries. That'll do it. Shoulders down, scoring 2. Kick out by Aries. You've got to be kidding me. Holy smokes. The title on the line. This matchup is still going on, folks. The main event will be coming up next between Gunther and Omos. But look at this, Aries inside cradle once again, scoring 2 on Escobar. A kick out so close. Austin Aries almost walking out. The brand new NXT Cruiserweight Champion. And look at Austin Aries. Wait a minute. Last chance, Aries. Second time of the matchup. Last chance, Aries got Escobar. Wrapped up and in trouble. Can Santos hang on here? Can Aries do it? Most importantly, we will find out momentarily. Runs a party right there to see if Escobar taps, and if he does, Austin Aries will win the Cruiserweight title. Meaning Escobar won't have any successful championship defenses, but Santos able to get out of it. Not going to succumb to that maneuver for a second time in this series. Now it's Santos Escobar right there. Aries went for a big smack. Santos got him kicked in the leg. Right in the hammy. Picks him up. Phantom driver for the second time. And a beautiful pinning predicament. Scoring 2. And Santos Escobar retains the NXT Cruiserweight Championship in an incredible battle here tonight live in Chicago on NXT. My days. Huge win there for Santos Escobar tonight on NXT. Hanging on to his Cruiserweight Championship.
Here is your winner, and still
Defeating Austin Aries tonight. Congratulations. Going out to the Emperor of Lucha Libre. And there we have it, folks. Ilya Dragunov will get his rematch at Vengeance Day, and he will get it against the man that beat him for the gold. It's Santos Escobar, Ilya Dragunov 2 for the Cruiserweight title at Vengeance Day next weekend. You don't want to miss that one, folks. But speaking of something you don't want to miss, it is now time for your main event of the evening here tonight live on NXT from Chicago, Illinois. Gunther, ahead of defending his NXT title at Vengeance Day against Trick Williams, goes one-on-one with a Nigerian giant, Omos. It's your main event, and it's next live on NXT. And here comes the NXT champion then, the leader of Imperium, the Ring General, Gunther.
the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds, the NXT champion, Gunther!
That is a big week ahead for Gunther. Because coming up on Monday Night Raw next week. It was announced last night on Raw that Gunther, the current NXT champion, will head to Monday night and face the World Heavyweight Champion, Samoa Joe, in a champion versus champion clash ahead of Vengeance Day and Survivor Series. That's going down next week live on Monday Night Raw. But going down at Vengeance Day, let's not forget Gunther putting that NXT title on the line against the number one contender, the man that earned the opportunity last week by winning a triple threat matchup against Bronson Reed and Damian Priest, Trick Williams. But trying to soften Gunther up for Trick Williams is this man, the Nigerian giant, Omos, who makes his return to NXT for the first time in so damn long. I'm excited for this contest. Omos and Gunther is next.
Nigeria, weighing in at 400 pounds, the Nigerian giant, Omos!
The colossal Omos. Look at the size of this man. He even towers over the NXT champion Gunther. We know that Gunther is no small man by any means. But he is even bigger than the NXT champion. But is his heart bigger? Is his fight bigger than the NXT champion Gunther? I mean, Gunther's getting all these opportunities. He's taking on Trick for the title next weekend at Vengeance Day. He has a huge matchup on Raw against Samoa Joe next week. Can Omos stop the momentum of the current NXT champion Gunther? We find out next live on NXT right here, right now. Gunther's only been pinned by one man in this Universe Mode series. That one man being Keith Lee, the former NXT champion. But here we go, matchup underway. Standing official John Cone is main eventing this episode of NXT. He is the official for this main event tonight. Gunther and Omos live here this evening in Chicago. This crew's been rowdy all night. What a hell of a show it's been. And Gunther and Omos is going to make sure that this show is even better now. Big knee-fish chops in the corner by the NXT champion, followed by a European uppercut. And now Gunther doing his thing now. Going to bring Omos out of that corner the hard way. That's incredible power and strength by the NXT champion Gunther. Here in the main event. Omos returning to action. It's going to be a great fight for Gunther. Going to make sure he is prepared for a war with Trick Williams at Vengeance Day in the main event. With the NXT title hanging in the balance. Trick Williams last week shocking the world. Beating the odds. Defeating two big massive men in Damian Priest and Bronson Reed to become number one contender for the NXT title. He will face Gunther at Vengeance Day. Now Omos is softening up the ring getting out for the number one contender Trick. Omos now clotheslining Gunther and sends him to the outside. And Omos going to do the damage on the floor now on a Gunther. Big smacks on the floor here by the personal Colossus. But the Gunther drop kicking him. Face first off the barricade now at ringside. And a nice fish chop by Gunther. And look at Gunther going to send him right into the barricade here. And now look at the strength of the NXT champion. Back suplex into the barricade. Onto Omos. Gunther picking up Omos like it is nothing. And now going to send him back into the ring here in this one. Stomping away him in a big time knee right in the top of the head. And look at Gunther, but this time Omos moving out the way of that one. Gunther landing right on his ass. And Omos picking up Gunther, and look at the strength. They're throwing him around the ring here in this main event. Live in Chicago on NXT. And now Gunther getting tossed by Omos again. Big throw and choke slam covered by Omos kick out. That one, John Cone counting that one. And now Gunther running in on Omos here. What's he going? Oh my, clothesline to the outside. This is not a pretty matchup. This won't be a 5-star technical masterpiece. This will be an all-out brawl, an all-out war between these two big heavy hitters. And now Omos picking up Gunther once again and now slamming him face first on the mat. Here's the cover once again by the Nigerian Giant to get the win on Gunther. Another kick out. That one by the ring in it out. Going down next week right here on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, as Gunther delivers that beautiful shotgun drop kick to Omos. As I was saying, they're going down next week. Io Sky, Lara Valkyria, the finals of the many number one contenders Women's Championship Tournament. The winner will face Rhea Ripley at Vengeance Day for the Women's Championship of NXT. But right now, Gunther's got Omos and a Boston Crab submission. Omos able to fight through the pain and stay alive here in this one. And now it's the Nigerian Giant. Now headbutt to Gunther. Also going down next week, big matchup between Damian Priest and Dijak going down next week. Because last week Dijak had an opportunity at Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the North American title. But then of course, what happened happened. Damian Priest was at ringside, perhaps costing Dijak the North American title. Them two men settle their differences next week one-on-one. Live on NXT. We're also seeing triple threat action next week between Austin Theory, Brutus Creed, and Eric and the Viking Raiders. Because going down at Vengeance Day, the Raiders want to defend their championships against the two teams that they have previously defeated for the gold in a triple threat tornado tag team match. The Raiders setting out the challenge to the Creed brothers and A-Town Down Under for the tag titles at Vengeance Day. So a triple threat singles match going down next week. Live on NXT, big time splash off the top by Gunther and Omos for the win and a kick out by the Nigerian Giant. And finally on next week, your main event. Tag team action. The number one contender for the NXT title, Trick Williams, teaming up with NXT's Mr. Money in the Bank, Carmelo Hayes, to face Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, of course, with Gunther, the NXT champion, and their leader in their corner. That's all going down next week. That and so much more live on NXT. But let's get back to the action tonight on NXT. Here in Chicago is Omos taking Gunther down to the mat and now picking him up, goozles him by the throat. Omos with a vicious choke slam on Gunther. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down for the victory here. Scoring 2 and only. A 2-count kick out by the Ring General here in this one. And now Omos picking Gunther up once more. Gonna stay on the offensive here in this main event matchup tonight. Big shot, Gunther able to block it. Now here we go, blow for blow, trading shots back and forth. Here live on NXT in Chicago. And your main event, Gunther and Omos duking it out tonight. These two big heavy hitters were battling ahead of Vengeance Day and ahead of a big weekend and a week for Gunther next week. Here in this series, Gunther knife edge chop blocked by Omos. Omos beautiful right hand. Gunther knife edge finds it smart. Omos beautiful right hand. And there's Gunther again, another knife edge. Omos right hand. And these two men are not slowing down. Gunther right hand of his own. Here we go. Big time hockey fight on deck tonight on NXT live in Chicago. Who's going to get the upper hand? Both men absolutely staggered here. Omos with the right hand. Omos smacking him. Gunther able to block it a headbutt. Down goes the Nigerian Giant. And now Omos getting picked up by Gunther. The last symphony connecting. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, score and turn. Only a 2. Kick out by Omos. This one rolls on live on NXT. And now Gunther stomping away right in the neck of Omos. Off the ropes now, and another big splash there. Big ass splash to the midsection of Omos here in this contest. Oh, but look at Omos grabbing Gunther and out got him. The double-handed choke bomb, the cover by Omos. Huge upset here to pin the champ and a kick out by Gunther. The NXT champion staying in it. My days. And now Omos, look at this shot here on Gunther. Another big heavy-handed shot there. And now Omos doing his thing right here, ladies and gentlemen. My days. Look at this from Omos. But wait a minute, Gunther turns around and Ripcord Lariat. Ripcord Lariat by Gunther. Look at a pick up Omos, but Omos able to block him. A beautiful block and a double-handed choke bomb again by Omos. 1 foot over the body of the NXT champ, scoring 2 and Gunther's able to kick out again. Omos almost able to put away the NXT champion. And the big man's heading up to the top rope. Omos, beautiful splash off the top. Cover on Gunther again, leg hook, shoulders down, scores 2. Still not enough. Kick out again by Gunther. What a great contest tonight. And your main event, the NXT Championship, will be defended at Vengeance Day. The champ, Gunther, taking on Omos right now. And he might be softened up for Trick at Vengeance Day. Big clothesline into the corner by the Ring General. And then picking up Omos and BAM! Very wicked lariat. The Nigerian Giant, cover, leg hook, shoulders down, scoring 2. Omos grabbing the bottom rope. This one continues. Great ring awareness. Veteran instinct on display for the Nigerian Giant Omos in this contest with the NXT title on the line. Knife edge chop by Gunther, once again connecting, another one connecting. And look at Gunther admiring his handiwork, but gets caught and dropped by the Nigerian Giant Omos. And Omos picking up again, went for another big double-handed choke bomb, and Gunther able to turn the tides. Running STO. Picking Omos up, that's your lot. Good night, power bomb by Gunther. Cover, stacks him up. 2 count. No! Kicked out by Omos again, are you serious? Gunther cannot believe his eyes. Neither can I. This one is still ongoing tonight. As Gunther's trying to choke out Omos on the top rope through first and a dog. throwing the rope back and a big knee perfectly placed on the top of the head of the Nigerian Giant as the NXT champion. Is putting the pain to Omos tonight. But moving out the way, that knee drop there. And now it's Omos picking up Gunther. Got him where he wants some. There's the choke slam again by Omos. Cover for the huge upset win on the champions. Going into it, a kick out by the ring general again. Oh my days. This matchup making my voice wheezy. I don't got a voice after this one anymore. But Gunther might not have a winning win record anymore. It's almost double-handed choke bomb for the third time in the match. Cover on Gunther for a huge upset and another kick out by the NXT champion. What the hell is the ring general made of? Almost covers him again. Shoulders down. Only a one this time. He is getting pissed off. And a Gunther running in. There's that shotgun drop kick by the ring general now. And then big smacks, big shots. And a DDT by Gunther. Stomping away on the legs and on the ribs of Omos. Omos to the outside of the ring, and where is Gunther going? Now center to the floor. Off the apron by Gunther. Back on the apron. Another one connecting. And this is Gunther's way of sending a message to the number one contender, Trick Williams, where the NXT title will be on the line at Vengeance Day between those two men. And now Gunther heading to the top rope. To put Omos down for good. Big time knee right on the top of the head of the Nigerian Giant. And that's gotta be all she wrote now. Out of that choke. The move that one going to the NXT tail. Rear naked choke. The sleeper. Almost down and out. Nowhere to go. John Cone right there to see if Omos taps, and if he does, Gunther will be victorious in your main event. And that's your law. Omos taps. Gunther victorious. What a matchup here tonight live on NXT. What a show it's been. That's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. But wait a minute. There's the number one contender. The man Gunther will face 1 week from Sunday at Vengeance Day. Trick Williams confronting the NXT champion. As this is how we end this edition of NXT. Peace.